Hey guys, so tonight we have an airbag from a vehicle that you saw me working on previously, which is right out there now. Kind of hard to see, it's a little bit dark. But basically what we have here is a Mazda 3 airbag that's been fired, as you can tell by the melted contacts. If you can see, here, let me get that a little better lighting on there. So the contacts got all melted, and you can see there must have been tremendous heat, because not only are all the plastics melted, but also even all the labels are melted. So the new one looks a little bit better than this, and they're all a little bit rusty. I think they're just plain steel, not stainless. I don't know if there's an issue of some sort, you know, with stainless exploding or something along those lines. As you can see, all the bolts are off. So these, you had 4 nuts that go all along here, and I took the liberty of taking this apart for you to show you what a blown airbag looks like. So we have broken clip, but these springs here and the clips are to keep them in place is what allows you to press on the airbag to blow the horn without, you know, smashing the bag, and the springs keep it back, you know, coming back to you. So I went ahead and already disassembled, for the sake of time, the 4 bolts. So we look behind the first cover. It's just a piece of plastic, no big deal. What it did contain, we're looking at it from the bottom, so let's flip it over here. What it did contain is these little clips that you have to push to get it out of the car. Not that that really matters, but once you get all the 4 bolts off, you get this piece out, which is the main, I believe what this is you know, the container that harnessed the chemicals that cause the reaction to make the bag explode. So the new one looked a little bit different, obviously, because it didn't have any of this. I cut the actual bag out just for the sake of being able to get it home, but that's what it looks like after it explodes. And the entire bag just kind of hangs out. So in case you were ever wondering what an airbag looks like on the inside, this is all there is to it. So I'm going to pop this off, and you can see that this little canister contains something, and there's a couple of holes, or not a couple, but they go all the way around. A few holes, I'd say about 8-10 holes, that release the chemical from the inside. I'm assuming under great voltage, causing great pressure, which explodes the airbag outwards. So I would say imagine this as almost like an air canister of oxygen and releasing it all at the same time. So there's that piece, and finally there's the bag portion, which contains a metal backer to allow it to connect to the other piece we just saw. And this little metal backer, all it is just 4 plugs, and that bag goes all the way around, and that's how it actually holds into place when it explodes. And this material, the best way I can explain it is something along the lines of, I mean, just by looking at it, you could see it's almost like something you'd see on a NASA ship. You know, the material it's made out of. But real-world materials I would describe as something like a hot air balloon, some sort of a canvas. Much thicker than your average tent canvas or something like that, but it's also like a double bag. So I don't know what the purpose of the double bag is, but it had multiple, as you can see the knife cuts, had 2 bags coming out. So it's a double bag system, and yeah, that's all there is to it. And then you have your front cover that neatly covers everything up, of course when it's not exploded, which is also the horn and that sort of thing. So the new one is in, looks perfect, and the old one can just go in the trash can. And behind it, actually, just to give you a quick little glimpse, is what's called, if it's on the steering wheel, golly, it just slipped my mind completely. Oh my goodness. But anyway, this thing goes behind it. I'll put a link in the description to what this thing is called. I think, clock spring, I believe is what it's called. Basically, it's got some sort of leveling in there. You could see through this little window if I could manage to focus on it. Man, this is just not focusing right. But you can see there's a little window there, and it'll, when it's in place, there's supposed to be a little bit of something there to tell you where it's level. But anyway, this goes behind it and provides the connections. That's how you can actually spin your steering wheel and the connections still stay active, just because this is behind it. So, oh, there's a little yellow thing right there. Now that we're properly aligned. But yeah, so this spins and it allows the wires to always remain active. I'm not sure how that works inside. If you guys want to know more, let me know. But all these need to be replaced because, as you can tell, the contacts are completely melted. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more stuff like this, let me know. Comment, like, subscribe, share, and have a great night.